Good morning, everyone. Welcome to our Looms for Lupus and Support Fibromyalgia Network Community Connect. Hi, Juana. Good morning.
Good morning, Melissa. Good morning, everyone. Thank you for joining the Community Connect Live.
Well, why don't you start with Looms for Lupus? Tell us a little bit about Looms for Lupus.
I'm Juana Mata, like I mentioned. I am one of the co-founders for Looms for Lupus, and we are here to support. Looms for Lupus we started Looms for Lupus in 2011. And the reason we started Looms for Lupus is because I was diagnosed with lupus in 2009. And after looking and searching for answers and information about lupus, we realized that our Hispanic community needed a lot of information, a lot of resources. And we also felt that we needed to support other lupus patients, caregivers, and loved ones. As we all know, the lupus patient, it's not the only one that's suffering, but also the family. So we started Looms for Lupus, and since then we have been doing support groups, in-person support groups. Now, because of the pandemic, we are doing support groups via Facebook in Spanish every second Saturday of the month at 8 a.m. And we do a Zoom Zoom support group. For that, you have to let us know that you want to join, and we will provide the information to log in. So Looms for Lupus started, like I said, 11 years ago, or 10 years ago, sorry. And what we do in our support groups, is that we do hands-on different modalities to help with a condition. We started Loom knitting, but since then we've done other things such as mandala coloring books. We've done different forms of art therapy, and that helps with our, not only our mental health, but also with living with a condition such as lupus.
Well, fantastic. I'm glad you shared the information about the support group, because I think it's so important right now that people join it virtually. I mean, it's a great advantage that we've never been able to really do, because normally support groups have been predominantly in person, and we get a lot of questions, is there a support group in my area? So I've been really encouraging people to utilize this virtual support as much as possible, because we really don't realize how much we need that extra support. So thank you for sharing that information. I've included a link to your website, and I know we'll add more links in the descriptions after the video is completed. But for those of you out there, I'm Melissa Talwar from the Support Fibromyalgia Network. I'm also a functional medicine board certified health coach. And so we're bringing that to our organization. We're a nonprofit organization focused on fibromyalgia education, awareness, and research. So excited to be here. I think our goal for the Community Connect was to join forces with our good friends, Juana and Estella from Looms for Lupus, to share what we're working on in the lupus and fibromyalgia communities, open the discussions up to all of you at the end with some just open discussions, hear from you. We love working together, so that's why we've enjoyed sharing this information. I'm always encouraging Estella and Juana to share all the amazing advocacy things they're working on. They do a lot. So let's jump into ways that you can participate in the activities that we're working on, and also get them to share a little bit about the stuff they've done this week. So here we go. Let's go to participate. If you haven't seen it, I'm going to let Juana go into it in detail, but the Us in Lupus video showcase by GSK. So how was that? It's an amazing video.
Yes, the video was, as you said, Melissa, it was done by GSK, and it was about sharing my story with living with lupus, and how my family, well, I have the family support. As you can see in the video, or if you like to see the video, you can go into our Facebook. the Looms for Lupus Facebook page, and you'll be able to see my journey and just everything that we have done. My journey with lupus and how my family was supporting me, as well as you're gonna be able to see our support group and what we do in our support group. So as a family, we incorporate the different modalities. Like I mentioned earlier, we do different modalities such as art therapy. We do the loom knitting, but loom knitting is not for everyone. So we have done other things such as painting. We've done painting. And so the video shows what we do, what we have done in with our family. So I encourage everyone to see the video and see how I have been able to live with lupus with a family connection. So that's what the video is about.
Yeah, you both have been busy doing interviews. So I heard the other ones with the podcast, and you have more coming up. So that's why we have to like continuously share. So please definitely check out the video, share it with others. It's very powerful. It's very well done. Estella is in there also talking about being a caregiver. There were some good shots of the support group. You guys both scared me and said that I was in the video. It was very, very brief. Thank goodness. I was worried because I didn't remember. I remember talking and then I'm like, oh no. Okay. So
yeah, we were. Yeah, it was the support group in, I believe, in December. So it was a pretty large group. And I mean, it shows just our participation and how we all bond together. So that's very important. And that's what the video is showing, how our community is just coming together and helping each other.
Well, I'm glad we got to see that produced, and it was nice to see your family on the video and how it just supportive environment it is. And next up, you and Estella just completed a interview with Royal Love on Instagram. So if anyone is interested, you can check that out. And then Royal Love is another organization that is working with lupus.
Yes, Royal Love is an organization that they do the Instagram lives, and they do have a lot of resources and a lot of tips with those who are living with lupus. They do a lot of tutorials, I believe, and what they do is I know they've had Dr. Blythe, they've had House Foundation talking about Dr. Blythe about the techniques for self-care, for mental health, and they also do tutorials such as face masks and a lot of beauty tips and a lot of self-care tips. So that's what they do, and I know that they're going to be having several events coming up in October. For that, we can go ahead and post that information on our website, and we'll also share it on Facebook. But they do have, I believe, 2 or 3 events in October, which is for the community, and if you register early, my understanding is that you will be getting a gift. The first 5 people that register, but it is a very good site where you can go and get a lot of tips for those of us living with lupus. And so I don't have the handles right now, or I don't know if you do, Melissa.
We'll definitely post them in the description. So I know it's the IM_royal_love at Instagram, but we'll be sure to link that over when we complete the video and add. If anyone's interested, we'll definitely post a comment for you. And this is like why we showcase this information, because Looms for Lupus is very involved with supporting the lupus community and all across the world. So that's why I encourage Juana and Estella, they have to share this. So next up, I know Juana was on a great call with Congressman Gomez. So what was that call about?
Yes, I was in that call yesterday morning, and the call was Congressman Gomez was talking about access to health, and he shared a little bit about his story, why he felt it was important for him to be working on access to health. He talked about the need of him doing something to help our community, the Hispanic community. He talked about and he shared about when he was younger that he was sick, and that's when he was sick and his parents couldn't take him. They didn't have insurance, so his parents were doing something like home remedies, and by the time he had to be taken to the hospital, he had to be taken to ER, which at the end it was costing more. So he felt the need for him to bring this information and to work on bills to have better access to health. And he talked about, the reason why as minorities go through a lot of struggles in getting that access to health. So he's working on that. So he talked mainly about access to health, and that's what he talked about.
Oh, perfect. I mean, thank you for sharing that updates. I know we're definitely involved with different our Congress leaders and representatives, and I know we have a lot of people interested in participating in these calls and getting involved. So we definitely will share more links on how to participate moving forward. Next up is the All of Us Research Program, which I know both you and Estella have been continuously a part of. Do you want to just give a brief description on what they do? And I mean, can other patients get involved?
Yes, All of Us Research Program. It's a program from the NIH that's funded by the NIH, and what they are doing is they're trying to get 1 million participants to participate in and giving blood samples. And with that, what they are doing is that they are trying to come up with better treatments, and early detection on different conditions. For us, what we have been doing is sharing the information, because All of Us Research is doing this research and gathering and trying to get this 1 million people to participate, for them to investigate about early treatments or genetics on how and why we have conditions. So that's what they are mainly doing. They're trying to gather this 1 million people. And of course, they're trying to get minorities to participate. So Estella and I, what we do is we're participants, and we're also in the virtual committee, or patient virtual committee, to share information and about how we feel that's needed out in our community to help and bring awareness and talk to people to see if they're willing to participate. It's a very good program, in my opinion. And I think that we all should participate, because if we're not getting this research done now, how are we going to be able to find new treatments or information on why we are sick now?
Great. And just participating in research, like having a diverse group of people participating in research, is super important. So we can look at, how it affects all of us in different ways, and gives us a good case study. So we're always encouraging. I wish there was more research like that available for fibromyalgia. So I'm glad it's available for autoimmune conditions.
With the All of Us Research, they're not specifically studying one condition. I mean, and anyone can participate. You don't have to be sick to participate. So what they're looking at the genetics and looking into, why people get sick, or why we have conditions that we have. So it's not only for people who have conditions, it's for healthy people to participate. So I'm sure that fibromyalgia would also be, in their research. They're pretty much researching everyone and every condition.
Okay, that's good to know, and good clarification for us to all know. So if you're interested in that, we will definitely be posting the links for everyone. I know in our past, we've talked a little bit more in depth because you're doing speaking events with them as well. They have different webinars. I know I sat on one. So it was good to hear from them.
Yes, yes. We do participate in different events. I know Estela has been participating in different events in Spanish and English. I participated in one or two, but I do a lot of work with them as well.
Oh, fantastic. We'll definitely include the link if it supports for research. Next up, I got to be a part of the Conversations with Echo this past week. So this is just a big reminder for our side too, is the launch of a Fibromyalgia Echo for training for healthcare professionals, medical providers. This is a new program that we are launching, and we are currently looking for more providers to get involved and experts to get involved with our Fibromyalgia Echo. So we have a full page on our website, which I will definitely share with you. And if you're interested in learning more, please do post and ask, and we'll be happy to answer questions for you. Okay, Mental Health Consortium with your Congresswoman. So how did that go? I apologize, I missed out this week, but I know they're talking about tips on suicidal ideation, looking out how can you support the community better.
Right. At the Mental Health Consortium, we always get very good information, great resources. And the Mental Health Consortium, as we know, September is Suicide Prevention Awareness Month. And that's what they were talking about. They were talking about the signs of mental health and, the signs of suicide. Well, there was a therapist that talked about looking out for the signs if somebody is not doing well, and for us or for the family, friends, not to be afraid to ask somebody if we see somebody that's not doing very well, that it's okay for us to ask directly, are you thinking of hurting yourself, or are you thinking of dying of, or suicide. I know it's even hard for me to say it. I mean, I can't imagine.
It's a tough topic to talk about. So,
right.
I mean, we need more of these trainings for all of us, especially us in the community and support group leaders. And how do we support? Who do we go to? And it's very hard. So I'm glad they're continuously providing the support for our groups.
Right. So they did talk about the signs for somebody not to be afraid to ask directly the question, are you going to hurt yourself, or looking for signs such as, you see this person that's not really talking that much, or talking about that, oh, I shouldn't be here, or I'm better off dead than alive, or looking in one of the signs could be if somebody's already trying to do a will, or telling their family, this is what I want. If I'm not here, I want you to do this or take care of this. So just looking for signs, or somebody who's before didn't have weapons, somebody's withdrawn and buying weapons. And so just looking for signs and reaching out, and for somebody who is not, or is thinking of hurting themselves, not to be afraid to, reach out for help. And there's different numbers that if somebody is going through difficult times and is thinking of hurting themselves, there's numbers that they can call, and they'll get the help that they need.
And we'll be sure to post all that information and numbers so you can reach out. I know there's a variety of participants in the group, and one that I gravitated to a lot was that teen online. So it was teens talking to teens about mental health. So I think we'll definitely continue to share these links. It'd be good for us to participate, or maybe have a big post. Maybe we can actually put together a post or a resource on our website with some of these organizations that are part of this group. A lot of city officials and those are also involved, but if you feel that would help you, we can definitely get those posted to our websites.
And there was, like I said, there was different resources, but I know that one of the groups that was there at Casa La Colima, I want to say, I believe that's which one, I believe that one it is, where they do have support groups, and they do have Facebook Live events where anyone can join, and they talk about the suicide prevention, they talk about different resources.
That's fantastic. And I know this is a hard transition to go from, but we wanted to keep you updated and keep you updated on the legislation happening for mental health. So we'll continue to share those links. But it does bring me to, again, highlighting the great work from Looms for Lupus. And it resonated with me the other day when I saw Estella's tag in her email, is knitting a community of hope. There's multiple words here that stood out to me, and why I want to highlight this is community, hope, but then also this knitting and creativity aspect, which is something that I wanted to break open and highlight for those of you in the community, and really emphasize right now for those of us, and open up the discussion, because creativity means so many things to different people. And it's interesting, as a health coach, I have like the book, we talk about character strengths. I don't know if you can see it here, Juana. Character strengths, and one of the character strengths is creativity, and you can fall in that. So how do people be creative, be curious, and follow this? So I put together a quick slide deck, and we can open the discussion for Juana and the rest of our community out there. But how do we build creative confidence to meet life's challenges? I know some of us, again, we just think we have to be only artists, so I'm not creative, and we say these things to ourselves, but there's so many ways to tackle creativity in our lives right now. And part of it is deferring that judgment, like, I'm no good at it, I can't do it. And even if you're trying to tell a story with your kids right now, you can do stick figures, or if you're trying to clean the house. One thing I'm guilty of is you're so upset that you have to clean, like it's annoying, it's frustrating, but I didn't notice the other day, I had no music on. So why am I not playing music when I'm cleaning, or something to help me, or get your kids kind of dancing if you have to do chores? Like, this is what we're encouraging, to challenge yourself to come up and offer at least one creative solution like this weekend. But I wanted to turn it over because Juana's been so great with the Looms and adding creativity to her groups, that I want to hear from her and her advice on building some of this creative confidence.
Right. I want to first thank our mayor, Manuel Lozano, for joining us. And I want to thank him for all that he has done for the past, I believe, 5-6 years. He has been very supportive. We have gone to the meetings in the city, and we have received proclamations proclaiming May as Lupus Awareness Month, mental health, and fibromyalgia. So I want to thank our mayor, Manuel Lozano, for everything that he does for our community as well. And thank you for joining.
Thank you for tuning in.
Yes. And like you were mentioning, Melissa, the creativity and what we do in our support groups, we have done, we've brought different modalities to help our community or our support group. And like I mentioned earlier, we try to incorporate not only the patient, but their caregivers, loved ones, children. And what we do is we have done paintings, we've done coloring, the mandala coloring, we've done keychains. So we incorporate all of that because we know that that also helps with, focusing on something other than focusing on our condition, or for the caregivers, for them to be part and feel that, we're all in this together. So we're just working together. And like you said, needing a community of hope, needing a community of hope is important because we're all in this together. We're all together. Just the way I kind of see it is like we're needing it. We're just doing things together, because we have that hope. We're
Great.
just, yeah. So, I mean, there's different things that we do in our support group, but yeah, those are the one things. And we've also done the breathing techniques, yoga. So we bring different techniques so that we can help our community or our support group attendees. And we're also going to be sharing a lot of this information via Facebook and hopefully soon through YouTube channels so that we can all help each other and
Yes.
learn from each other.
Yes, you need a official YouTube channel. So everybody knows out there, I'm holding you guys accountable for that. And it's good because you have so much information to share in this aspect of bringing the creativity back to your home. And a big thing that, again, is why I put deferring judgment is because sometimes we walk in, I'm not good at this. I'm not a good artist. And I know I do that. I'm guilty of that because I'm surrounded by artists in my family and it's intimidating. So I cannot draw, but maybe everyone has a form of creativity within them. So it's embracing that aspect and just being curious and exploring what that looks like, especially now that we're at home. How do we incorporate that with our families if you have kids? And it's tough right now. So we need to add this aspect of creativity and have some fun. And, they say childlike qualities because they have this wild imagination. So these are things that we can incorporate. And music has always been something for me. So adding music to your life. And I think that's why it's just opening up that conversation for everyone. And we ask everyone to please share with us, how can you add creativity into your life? So this weekend, when you go out there, just think about that, how to be creative. And like I said, it doesn't have to be art. It could be all these aspects, coloring, just picking up some colored pencils and sketching or doodling. I think, do you add some of this aspect into your family life, or do you with your other family members that may not be as artistic?
Yes, we do. I know that I myself am guilty of saying I don't know how to draw. I don't know how. I mean, I was never a child who was drawing or doing creative things. And now as I'm older, I've realized that, it doesn't have to be perfect. And yes, anything that you feel comfortable doing and that's helping you, why not try it? So one of the things, like, for example, that I have done with my niece is painting, and it's not perfect, but it looks beautiful at the end, So yes, we do incorporate different things that we do together as a family. I know Estela loves bringing in crafts for the kids. So a lot of the times we do things together. One of the things that I know Estela and all the kids love doing is rocks. Doing on one, I know that my niece made a rock for me. It was a butterfly, and others put hope on a rock. So it's different things that you can do together as a family that will help with just doing something together, creative. And that kind of takes away, all the negativity or all the for as a patient, for me, I'm not thinking about what I'm going through, the pain, or even the sadness that I could feel sometimes, because there's a lot of things that I cannot do. So I'm focusing on something other than just my condition. So yeah, we bring all this together as a family, and we do it together as a family.
That's fantastic. And even, just like you said, turn on the music, add some of that into your life, or just have fun with it. Or I've been exploring organization. When you're cleaning up the house, that doesn't sound fun when you have to get rid of things, or it's a good time. We're stuck here, so you're faced with all of that. But I've been trying to learn more on creative organization because I don't have that. So putting together pieces and just seeing how colors and all that affect you. So we just want people to enjoy that. And I love how you are incorporating that into your family and with your niece. It must be so nice to see your niece just explore and enjoy the paintings without hesitation.
Right, right. And I do want everyone to stay tuned. Actually, we are going to be launching our first YouTube video tonight. Yes, so that slipped my mind, sorry. But yeah, we are going to be launching our first YouTube video tonight. Stay tuned. We'll share it on Facebook so that you know where to go in YouTube, in the YouTube channel. But yeah.
That's fantastic. I can't wait to see all the YouTube videos, and please support all our channels out there. And stay in tune, subscribe, like, share all our videos. Just Juana and Estella are doing such amazing work at Looms for Lupus. And as we leave you for this, we're going to just again re-emphasize for this weekend: be creative, be curious. Take that time to spend time with your family. I know sometimes it's difficult in chronic illness. We may have a family divided, but at least you could do that with in your own realm, like how to do that, how to add some creativity. Hey, we're just, yes. Shout out to all everyone out there. Thank you, Juana, for this community connect. Please stay tuned, everyone. Post your comments, say hello to us, and check out the new YouTube video from Juana and Estella and Looms for Lupus tonight. Thank you, everyone. Have a great weekend.
Thank you. Have a great weekend. Love you too, Shauna.